Hello and welcome to Mr. Pineapple's Wonder Hour, the show where we talk big pineapples, small pineapples, hairy pineapples and everything in between. I'm your host, Tony the Pony, and with me as always is the one and only, the incredible Mr. Pine. How are you, Mr. Pineapple?
Hungover.
Yeah.
I've just thrown up in your toilet upstairs.
Woo! Yeah, I'm hungover too.
We drank too much.
We did silly.
It just took a turn when the bottles of wine came out. It was perfectly fine. We were just having a couple of ciders.
Watching some AEW, and
then boom.
Broke out the wine.
I made 0 notes for this episode.
So it's going to be a fun one. I mean, we're already a bit down because we lost episode 3.
We did. A cobbled together episode I had, but we did good. We watched that shit heap of a wrestling show, Super Showdown.
Yeah.
Fucking Goldberg.
What Montez fought.
I mean, you got a big boner for that lad, haven't you?
I love him. I'm going to marry him.
I mean, I'll happily attend.
You can do the marriage thing.
I am a licensed minister man.
Yeah. So if anyone wants marrying,
I have certificates.
Mr. Pineapple can marry you.
I don't charge a fee, I just want food.
Want food and alcohol.
Food and alcohol, and I'll marry you up. Big time.
Baby.
No weird shit, though.
No.
Not like marrying cousins and that.
Or dogs.
Well, dogs are fine. No, that's a bit weird, yeah. Even for me. And I'm sort of...
You're up there, aren't you?
I'm acceptable with many weird things.
I mean, you are a humanoid pineapple.
There is that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just going to talk about the last episode and the content of it, because...
Yeah, just a brief overview, really.
Yeah, we probably won't get it back.
Yeah, sadly. Because we're not made of £400.
No.
If anyone wants to, donate us £400...
You can do. Or if anyone out there in the vast universe knows how to recover a hard drive, because apparently it shouldn't cost £400, but because they're specialists in data recovery, they can charge whatever they want.
Yeah, fuck them. What's the company name?
I don't know. It's in Sheffield.
Well,
I forgot.
Sheffield Data Recovery Specialist. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Maybe did have a look for free.
So. I hope your kids get a cold.
Jesus. That's pretty bad around this time of year.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that later. But the episode 3, it was a good one. It was a very fast, slick episode. Probably sounded the best, and I've got a new laptop now, so this one might sound a bit shit because they haven't fully...
teething problems, It was probably the best episode we've put out in terms of technically, because we figured out most of the issues that we had with audio and...
The little nuts and crannies.
That, yeah. But if this doesn't sound as well, we're still working with a new laptop, but this one should hopefully last us a good while now. It's got a fancy keyboard.
It has, lights up.
It has all the letters on. We're not stingy. And, covered in cum.
But yeah, episode 3, we had a lot of decent news.
Yeah, there was quite a chunk.
I don't want to tell them all about news, because if we do ever get it back, it was just, I enjoyed that episode, and even though we did get very angry.
I mean, it was the shortest we've done, I believe.
Yeah, an hour and a half.
But it seemed to, it was fun. I mean, we were fucking pissed off.
Yeah, well, you're going to be, aren't you, when Goldberg beats The Fiend, so...
3 minutes. Jesus. He's going to lose against Roman Reigns.
And I had a little song for you guys. A little extra song at the beginning about Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
Being guilty.
Rip.
And that's gone. I mean...
We've lost the intro song, guys.
Yeah.
Why?
I might be able to get it back, I don't know.
We hope so. If not, we'll get...
Well, they'll know.
R.E.M. will reform to record it for us.
Don't even, because R.E.M. are gods.
They're a good band, aren't they?
Yeah.
We'll get Michael Stipe in.
And Michael Stripe.
Yes.
Oliver Stripe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we'll recap some of it in this episode throughout the episode. Things will keep coming back to us, but other than that, it was a good episode, and you guys are going to miss it dearly.
Full of anger.
Full of anger. And this one's going to be a bit full of anger because our special guest was busy again.
I'm not allowed to comment on this.
No, because you're pretty angry.
For reasons.
But we might get him on a future episode. I'm not going to promise to you guys that he's going to be on the next one. But we have got a few guests lined up.
We do have a few good guests lined up who won't... I won't go. I won't say anymore.
Because he is a good guest to have on, but it's just letting us down a bit. But anyway,
I won't comment.
We're going to change this episode up a bit with the order. We're going to do Mr. Pineapple's Hairy Pineapple, because we don't want to bombard you with loads of news, more news, and then two big topics. So we're going to go big topic first, and that is Hairy Pineapple's Hairy Pineapple.
Excellent.
What have you got for us, Mr. Pineapple?
So, the other day, I've been playing a lot of Trials Rising on the old PlayStation.
Yeah?
And when I do that, I put Spotify on in the background.
Like every good Trials fan does.
You know, and I was just listening to my Discover Weekly. You know, Spotify makes a playlist for you, doesn't it? 30 songs that are similar to what you listen to. And this song came on. It was a little peculiar, shall we say, in terms of lyrics.
Why is that?
It's by a man called Trini Lopez.
Trini Lopez.
It's from the early 60s.
Mm.
And it's called If You Want to Be Happy.
If you want to be happy.
And the lyrics, I'll just read a few of them out.
Why not?
If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, don't make a pretty woman your wife. So from my personal point of view, get an ugly girl to marry you. If you want to be happy... Oh, that's just the same bit. A pretty woman makes her husband look small and very small. As soon as he marries her, then she starts doing the things that will break his heart. But if you make an ugly woman your wife, you'll be happy for the rest of your life. An ugly woman cooks your meals on time, and she'll always give you peace of mind. And then it goes on to proceed to, talk about how ugly women, less likely to leave you, etc. And a more sort of, what's the word I'm after? We are so all over. What is the word? More...
Misogynistic.
No, they're more likely to do the things you want.
Oh.
Compared to the pretty women, and I was...
This guy's got some problems.
I listened to that, I was like, what the fuck is this song?
He is not a nice man.
I stopped playing Trials. I was like, this is playing on my mind, this song. What is happening?
What is happening with that guy?
And it just made me... There's a weird... In the early 60s and like the late 50s, there was a lot of weird songs, man. A lot, not just about ugly wives being, less likely to upstage you as a man.
Jesus.
And
he's got some problems in him.
I mean, I don't know if he
had some good relationships.
I don't know if he wrote the song, but someone did.
Someone clearly is very
just angered by attractive women,
intimidated by women.
Damn them having the vote and not just cooking.
Jesus, that's bad. He's scared of women, and you shouldn't be scared of women because they're pathetic.
Oh yeah, they can't play football. They're only good for children making. And even then they moan.
Yeah.
Bastards.
Pain, baby. Shut up.
Fucking take a
Try being a man.
Try getting kicked in the ballocks.
Yeah.
The Michael Ballocks.
Michael Bolton.
German football player. Retired.
American singer.
Not retired.
Not retired.
What's that song he sings?
There's the song of Lonely Island by Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, but what's the other song he sings?
I don't know.
What's that Michael Bolton? If anyone knows, just message me. I need to know what that Michael Bolton song is now. But yeah, anyway, that got me onto like sort of looking into other sort of questionable lyrics and stuff. Because the late 50s, early 60s was full of songs about people wanting 16-year-olds and Sweet 16, and there's a lot of... It's weird.
Unsavoury lyrics out there that just...
talking about people turning 16 and...
talking about that taboo subject. But
it's odd.
I feel like that was the thing in the 60s, though.
Yeah.
It's all that free love, paedophilia.
I mean, there's free love and then there's prison time.
Yeah.
You know? And there's a song called Young Girl, which literally is like,
Young girl!
young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. You better run, girl. You're much too young, girl.
Wow.
It's an actual song.
That's rapey.
It's very... Not only is she underage, but he's gonna do some shit to her.
You better run, girl. That's... How is he not being arrested for these lyrics?
I mean...
God, this has got dark, this episode.
It's The Hangover.
That Hangover is just bringing out the mean side of society.
There's some weird fucking lyrics out there. And in a future episode, when I remember to make notes and don't just get pissed, I'll bring it up a bit more in detail.
Well, you were saying about the artists have actually kidnapped people.
Oh, Chuck Berry's wrote multiple songs about the 16-year-old phase of women.
Yeah.
And wonderful musical artist. He's made some great fucking music. I can't dispute that. But the man was a big old sex pest. He got done in the 80s for installing cameras in the ladies' toilets of his restaurant. If that don't tell you that he definitely wanted to fuck a bunch of 16-year-olds, then I don't know what will. You know, Jerry Lee Lewis married his 13-year-old cousin.
What's wrong with people?
It's odd.
I mean, I married my cousin. But...
I mean, you almost fucked your cousin, didn't you?
There it is. But we'll talk about that on a future episode.
On an incest episode. We'll get her on, you know, and then maybe they can have sex on the podcast. I'll record it. We can put it on the social medias. You know, we'll make a Pornhub page.
Podcast porn.
It's an actual incest.
That's not being done. We can do podcast porn. Fuck this, we're doing podcast porn now.
Podcast porn.
Podcast porn. Is that...
But yeah, there's just some questionable shit that happened, man. And it just, from that one song about ugly wives being better because they won't fucking have their own opinions and shit.
Yeah.
It just made me research a bit and I got a bit weirded out by it all. And that's why we decided to do that bit now, because that's the least down that we're going to be probably in the episode.
I don't know, there's some... That big...
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah. Mummy shit. But, yeah, I'll post up the links to the songs on the Facebook group.
Yeah.
And people can listen to them and how fucking weird they are.
And comment. Need more comments, guys. We told you to click the bell icon, and I don't think...
Click my bell!
To be fair, we told them to do that in the episode we just lost.
Click my bell in the lost episode.
You should know to click the bell.
Clucking bell.
Clucking bell.
From San Andreas.
Grove Street. Home.
Big smoke.
At least it was till that fucked everything up.
Betrayed us. You betrayed us.
Bastard.
And that fucking train mission. What a pain in the arse.
This has gone crazy.
You have to... I mean, good luck editing this.
Let's get it back on track. Is that your hairy pineapple dog?
Yeah, shall we talk news now?
Let's
Tony,
talk news.
Tony,
We've got a lot of small pineapples floating around.
We've got a few out there. We've got a few. Some good news though. Some very good news out there.
We got trailers though as well.
Not as many trailers as previous weeks, but good trailers from. I watched them this morning.
Yeah.
12:30 when I woke up.
Well, let's talk trailers first.
Do you want to talk trailers first?
Yeah, fuck it.
Let's do it.
We got Artemis Fowl.
Yeah, I watched this and I had no clue what was happening. I've not read the books.
Well, it's a famous book.
Colin Farrell's in it, I think, but I didn't see him in the trailer.
Colin Farrell's in it.
Did I see him in the trailer? I don't think I saw him.
Yeah, he plays the dad.
Was he in the trailer?
Definitely.
I must have...
Judi Dench is in it.
I must have not watched the right trailer then.
Wow.
No, I'm sure I did. They had a guy on a bow and arrow and shit.
Yeah. He plays the dad, but he goes missing.
What's the books about?
I don't know.
I thought you'd read them.
No?
Who's read them then?
Someone out there. But it looks shit, right? It's gonna flop because it's one of them.
But it's Disney, innit?
Yeah, it's Disney, but it's going up against every Marvel film that's gonna come out from. It's Disney going against itself.
Yeah.
It's like when they did that other film.
Tomorrowland.
Yeah. And the one last year. It was about time and shit.
Oh, the fucking what's her name? Reese Witherspoon's in it, and Oprah.
Oprah, yeah.
Oh, what's it called? Wrinkle in Time.
Wrinkle in Time.
That's the fucker, yeah.
It's one of them deals.
I mean,
it looks like a shit Spy Kids.
It just looks like I don't want to watch it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Which is the feel I get from most Disney things these days. Because, you know, I famously despise Disney. I like a lot of their films, don't get me wrong. I watched Toy Story 4 finally the other day.
Yeah? What do you think?
So unnecessary as a film. It didn't need to be made.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, though.
What do you think about the end?
I like the end.
What, Woody?
Yeah, I love Woody.
Anyway,
we
can talk Pixar in a different episode.
It just real quick, it just threw everyone else to the fucking side, and that annoyed me, all the other characters.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't...
It's just about Woody.
I mean...
And Bo Peep.
And I liked Forky, though. I thought he was a really fucking cool character.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. And I like Tony Hale's voice performance for him, because I'm a big fan of Tony Hale. He's award-winning comedy actor from Veep and Arrested Development.
Yeah.
He's a good egg. Probably makes good eggs. But yeah, Toy Story 4, unnecessary, but fun.
Well, it's good we talked about Toy Story 4 and not Artemis Fowl.
Yeah. But Artemis Fowl just looks hard.
It's just going to flop. No one's going to care about it when it actually comes out.
It didn't pique my interest in any way.
No.
Unlike the next trailer.
Connected. That looks amazing.
Yes.
I love the art style. I love everything about it.
From the visionary minds of the Lego Movie and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. They can do no wrong, in my opinion.
No.
Chris Lord and Phil Miller. It's a shame that they got fired from the Solo film.
Disney likes to fire people.
Yeah, because Disney likes to have a hold on people. Do what we want
Mickey
and
Mouse,
not what we want
Mickey
to
Mouse.
do. Anyway, this film looks really fucking fun. I was laughing so much at the trailer.
I know, I heard you.
Did you?
So was I, though. It does look good.
So essentially, it's a man's really close to his daughter when she's a child. Not in a creepy Sweet 16 way. And then she grows up and she's going off to collage.
And she's like, no, Dad, get away. I'm talking to my Instagram friends, my Facebook friends.
It's a lot about
bitch.
People being too invested in their screens.
Technology.
It's all
about technology and the uprising of technology and what it's doing to families. It's splitting them apart and not getting enough time together, and the dad's like, yo, this family needs more time together, let's go on a road trip.
Yeah, so he cancels the flights to the college, and they take a cross-country trip to wherever the college is.
Now, I thought this film was just going to be a light-hearted family film.
And boom! Robots.
Boom, left turn, big robot invasion, apocalypse.
It looks so good.
It does.
Like, because we've obviously made a bit of a schedule of the sort of tentpole releases that are coming out, and I think we should just swap all of them out and watch this multiple times.
And then Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, it's a good film, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Yeah, but this just, much in the way that Artemis Fowl made me a bit sad, this made me happy and joyful.
That's good.
And I like that when I'm over.
Good.
It just looks really fucking fun.
It does.
It's going to be good.
Who's the voice actor in it?
I didn't make any notes for this episode,
Is it
Tony.
John C. Reilly?
It's John Cena Reilly. I mean, I can Google it right now.
Who cares?
I'm going to do it.
He's going to do it.
I'm doing it. What's it called?
Connected.
Output and controlled.
So, John C. Reilly.
No, it's Danny McBride.
Yeah, Danny McBride.
And Maya Rudolph and Abby Jacobson. Jacobson.
Famous Jacob.
Son.
Danny McBride. Danny McBride's playing the...
he's the dad, yes.
The daddy-o.
Daddy, won't you spank me? It's taken a turn, this episode, from the first minute.
Oh.
You're in for a treat, folks.
Should we just move on?
Let's move on after the daddy spank song.
Next we've got 7 stages of
something or other.
discovering eternal bliss. Is it? To discover eternal bliss.
7 stages to achieve eternal bliss
by
passing through the gateway chosen by the Holy Storch. That's the name of the book. But I think they've cut it down for the...
The film is 7 stages to achieve eternal bliss. The new Taika Waititi film.
Well, he's in it, yeah.
It looks fun. It's a dark comedy about a couple who are renting an apartment, and then they find out that they didn't read the small print, and it said about a cult coming into their house and killing themselves to achieve eternal bliss
in their bathtub.
Because the cult leader, played by Taika Waititi, is like a Charles Manson kind of
esque, yeah,
but convinces people through this book killing themselves in this bathtub that apparently glows will achieve eternal bliss, and it happens to be in this couple's apartment, and they kind of help people kill themselves. It doesn't sound funny.
I mean, they sort of embrace it, don't they?
Yeah.
From the trailer.
It just looks weird and amazing, and that is Taika Waititi all over, weird and amazing.
I mean, it's not directed by him or wrote by him, but...
Was it not?
No.
I thought it was his new...
No, he's just acting.
Just straight acting.
Yeah.
Fucking dick.
What? I didn't really enjoy the trailer until the very end. When a guy's in the bathtub and he's taking cyanide because it's painless. And then he's like, oh no, it's not painless, kill me now. And then she just starts bashing him in the fucking head with something. And I'm like, yeah.
It looks good though. I want to go and see that, to be fair.
I don't even know if it'll get a release locally. Doesn't seem like the kind of film that would.
True.
Might have to be a outside trip.
Well, petition everyone.
Yeah. Message your local MP.
I want Taika Waititi's suicide film.
.com.
Not directed or written by Taika Waititi.
/petition /JPEG.
Yeah. Next one, Greyhound.
Tom Hanks' latest
screenplay by Tom Hanks.
Yes, he's a writer of the
film that he is in. About the submarines.
No, submarines.
Submarines. Going bang, 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 bang on other submarines.
No nipples, though.
No. Bastard.
It said it's inspired by true events.
No.
In the trailer, which is my preferred use of the true events thing rather than based on, because inspired is a lot more loose, shall we say.
Loose it goes there.
Yes.
Feeling weird this episode.
Feeling weird.
Feeling it.
Dirty pony man.
It's also got the famous Scouser accent man. Steve Graham, like
One Way Graham, yeah.
But yeah, it's just about some ships, isn't it?
It looked alright. There's a bit of a sort of...
It bored me.
There's a bit of a renaissance at the minute for war films, isn't there?
I know, but...
They're back in the 4 compared to previous years.
But I was watching it and I'm like, this is a war film, I shouldn't be bored.
Not enough like Robot Uprising or Microwave Deaths.
No, I think it's because I did watch it last.
Certainly looks better than Artemis Fowl.
That's the end of the trailers. I want to move on. We got some news and we have got the big news. Batcar. People call it the Batmobile. I'm going to call it the Batcar.
I'm going to call it the Batnipple.
Batnipple car. It's a muscle car, basically.
I like the look
That's
of
got
it.
some batty boo-boos on the back.
It looks tasty, man.
It does, man. I'm excited.
It looks tasty as fuck.
And Robert Batman next to it.
It looks tasty.
He looks good. Like, oh, it turned me on a bit when I saw the pictures.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, I masturbated to it.
My horse got schlongied on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, people just need to look at it, and if dickheads like Seaton say that...
Fuck you, Seaton.
Fucking Seaton, man.
I'm going to tag you in this latest episode, bitch, too.
We're going to tag him in every episode, because we're just going to shout hate at him until he's eventually on the podcast, and we'll murder him live.
Live.
But yeah, the Batcar.
I'm going to sodomise his corpse.
The The Batcar looks... It looks good, man.
It's very, it's muscle car looking.
Muscle car. It looks cool.
It's Mad Maxy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And I'm famously a
Famously famous for being a big
Mad Max fan.
Max man.
And
Right.
it got me riled up in ways that women can't.
And
Unless they're 16.
I want to say more about it, but it's a car. It looks good.
And inevitably we're going to get the Batman Fast and Furious crossover now.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Just Batman beating the shit out of...
It's a good change, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually a car, it's not a tank.
Yeah, because did Affleck have one in the films that he was in?
Yeah, he did.
Did he? I can't remember that.
Yeah, Affleck had a Batmobile.
What did it look like?
It looked like a longer version of the tank.
Oh. That's how much I don't remember those fucking god-awful films.
But yeah.
I like the look of it anyway.
Yeah.
I've got really high hopes for this film.
Batman.
Matt Reeves is a stellar
Man.
director.
He's a good man, and he's got a good bum. Well, speaking of Batman, and one actor that did play Batman in probably most loved Batman 3 films, Batman trilogy.
Not my favourite Batman films, but...
No, but it's probably the most...
Yeah, the most revered, shall we say.
Christian Bale.
Christian...
He's not in Batman, but he is in...
Thor.
For the love of God and thunder or something.
So I believe it's that, yes.
Yeah.
He's been announced to be the villain of the piece.
The villain. Now, who do you think he's going to play?
Natalie Portman.
He's going to play Natalie Portman.
Yeah, it's just a really meta film.
Maybe he's playing Batman.
I mean, that's a crossover that no one expected. I think he's playing Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. It's a great villainous role. He can do villain well, Christian Bale. He's a good egg. He just starring too many David O. Russell films, and that angers me. We're just waiting on the pony to get up a list of potential characters he's playing. Because as I say, folks, we didn't really do the planning we planned on last night.
No.
We've just watched AEW and
got a bit drunk.
Great episode, though. We'll talk about AEW a little bit later. He's scrolling. He's now scratching himself inappropriately. He's wearing only a dressing gown, folks, and some fancy slippers.
We've got Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah, that's who I believe it's going to be.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's a waste.
Really?
They could just get anyone to play Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah.
A good voice. Why get Christian Bale? When he could play Boulder. I think he's going to play Boulder.
I don't know who Boulder is.
Or his brother. Half brother.
I don't know. I didn't know.
Do you not know a lot about the Norse gods?
No, you're the prick who knows all this shit.
Boulder is the guy who can't die.
Why can't he die? Is it because he's a boulder?
His mum cursed him not to die after he pissed her off or something.
Well, she's a fucking bitch, isn't she?
Yeah.
So he's just got an half brother that comes out of nowhere, like Hela did.
He can't die. I don't think he can feel anything.
How's he going to kill him?
Like,
then?
he never gets hungry and stuff like that.
What if he wants a pizza?
Well, he just can't.
Can
He
he have
but
a pizza?
he just can't feel it.
Has he got lactose intolerant, like me?
I don't know if it's going to be like that. I don't know. Because he's in the comics, but I don't know if he's got like all the same powers that he does in Norse mythology. We've got Gore the God Butcher.
I like that name. It's a cool name.
Yeah, he's just like a
Oh, fuck.
demon-y kind of guy.
Just headbutted the microphone.
Yeah, demon-y kind of guy who kills gods. Don't like
Excellent.
gods. That'd be pretty cool.
And I do like butchers.
Yeah. Some guy said he could play Galactus, but I don't think they're going to bring Galactus into Thor, really.
No.
If they're going to do it, it's going to be in the Fantastic Four film.
Oh,
It's Germany.
oh,
Oh, boy.
oh,
Jesus.
way.
But yeah, let's move on. We got Eternals news.
Yes, you're going to have to take the reins on this one because I'm Eternals noob.
Well, that was good. I enjoyed that. Camilla? That's not his name.
Camille.
Nayajani. Sounds about right. He came out earlier this week. He's gay. No. He came out and said that the Eternals were sent to thousands of years ago. I don't know if he stayed there, but It's a bit confusing. Why would they just hang fire while everything in the MCU happened?
Maybe. Actually, I suppose Thanos were a big threat, weren't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. They were on sabbatical. They were taking a gap year.
Yeah. Just like Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Oh, fucking don't eat that. I hate that film. Fuck Endgame.
We're going to do a future Marvel episode. I think we should sit down and watch all 23 films.
In one day.
That's impossible. But
In 1.5 days.
probably about 2.5.
In 18 hours.
But yeah, we're going to watch all 23 films and then rank them.
In order. Chronological.
That episode probably won't have any news.
No, that'll be... That's going to be a big...
news, if there's any big news.
Yeah. Let's do it now.
No.
I'm too hungover for that.
Next bit of Marvel news. We've got the Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. He's tiptoeing around it, isn't it?
Yes.
Did he confirm there were talks?
There have been preliminary talks, is the phrase that he used.
That he's going to be in She-Hulk.
Yes.
Now, Mark Ruffalo normally just comes out and says it.
He's a man who...
I think this is him coming out and saying it, but in a way that he can actually do it.
That he don't get shouted at by Disney execs.
Yeah. Hulk's going to be in She-Hulk.
Yeah.
And probably Red Hulk's going to be in She-Hulk. It's going to be a Hulk TV show, not a She-Hulk TV show.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of folks.
Maybe there's going to be a detective agency of Hulks.
Maybe a porn agency. Hulk Smash. Have you read Old Man Logan?
No.
With all the incest Hulks in there.
No.
A lot of weird shit in that comic.
Fair enough.
A lot of incest. I mean, I know you're famously a fan.
But yeah, the last bit of Marvel news. Fantastic Four.
Yes. We were... I mean, I don't know what the news actually is for this, if I'm being honest.
John Krasinski.
Yes.
I want to be in it.
I
want to be in it.
He's most people's, other than yours. I'm a big fan of John. Not as a director, I haven't seen Quiet Place, etc. But I like him.
John and everything he's done in life.
I like him as an actor, and he got beefy. That lad did. He got beefy.
But yeah, we're going to do a dream casting.
Fan casting. We were discussing it last night, but we didn't discuss it very long because we just carried on drinking.
Yeah.
And, well, obviously I want John as Mr. Fantastique.
And I want Patrick Wilson, famously famous for the Conjuring films, I think.
He's in Watchmen as well, I believe. He's also in that film, is it Little Children? The paedophile film? With Kate Winslet.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Jackie
Brown.
Earl Ailey. Who's also in Watchmen.
James Earl Jones.
No, he's a black man.
But yeah.
Yeah,
I think I'm going for the older Reed Richards. But he's going to be younger.
How are they going to bring it into the MCU?
I've been telling you, right? They're a family. They're not a family. They're a couple who are like, we need some funds. We're going to work a really shitty 9-to-5 job until we can get the funds to get this big building. And it's took them the whole, how many years the MCU is...
Since the 60s, when they're famously known to debut it.
Yeah.
Time travel!
So, they've been working at McDonald's.
On night shifts or day shifts?
Both.
Excellent.
Just 24 hours just to build up enough money to buy this building.
Shall we get McDonald's, man? I'm fucking hungry.
And then film's going to start with them buying this big building.
Big old building.
And they're going to be like,
with
finally! And we're going to be about 80.
I'm 80!
But I got stretchy arms. Woo!
He's the stretchy one, isn't he? Mr. Fantastic, yeah.
Fantastically stretchy.
Can he use himself as a condom? Excellent. But yes, I want John.
I want Patrick. Fight me.
I'm too hungover, darling.
And then for Mrs. Invisible Woman, I don't care if she's a woman.
I want Emily Blunt.
I'm going to say Emily Blunt. Human Torch?
Zephron.
We've
got to have Zephron.
Zac Efron.
It's got to be Zephron. I'm surprised he's not been in a superhero film yet.
I know. Yeah, Zac Efron.
I'm a big fan of Zac Efron. It's much more than High School Musical, man.
What was the other suggestion where I was like...
It was... I don't remember. It was Nicolas Cage.
That'd be fun. Nicolas Cage is Mr. Fantastic.
Nicolas Cage is Doctor Doom, mate.
Oh, man. Doctor Doom? Who do you... I'm going to say...
I mean, we've not done The Thing.
Who cares about The Thing?
I think he should be played by an actual
Dwayne
pile
The
of
Rock
rocks.
Johnson.
You should get a pile of rocks in.
Dwayne The Rock. The Rock.
Dwayne the Boulder Johnson.
Dwayne The Thing Johnson.
The Thing should be...
Michael Chiklis.
They should gender bend it.
Ah, The Thingus.
Emily Blunt again. Emily Blunt plays every role.
That'd be good.
Naked.
Doctor Doom.
Naked. Robert Downey Jr.
No. He's Iron Man.
Oh, Chris Evans.
No, he's Captain America.
Chris Hemsworth.
Football.
Chris Pratt.
Star-Lord.
Zoe Saldana.
She's a woman.
She's Gamora.
I want Cillian Murphy. What about you? You was excited about Oscar Isaac
Was I?
taking on Doctor Doom. Yeah.
I don't remember that. I do like Oscar Isaac though. I think he's a lad.
Doctor Doom.
He could. He's
Oh no, who did? Deadwood guy.
Timothy.
Timothy.
That's
Dalton.
who I was. That's who I was.
It's not Timothy Dalton.
Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah,
Oh, he's a good lad.
that's your Doctor Doom.
Yeah, I love him.
Anyway, let's.
So to just, I'm just going to put my fan casting out there real quick. John as Mr. Fantastic, Emily Blunt as Lady Invisible Lady, Zephron as the Human Touch. I think I just decided on a pile of rocks for The Thing, and my boy Tim, he's Doctor Doom in that shit up.
Yeah. Well, mine, Patrick Wilson.
Boo!
Mr. Fantastic, Emily Blunt as
Yay!
Mrs. Invisible. Fantastic. Mr. Fox as what? Zac Efron as the Human
I mean,
Torch.
Zephron's great.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Why not?
He could play that role.
And Cillian Murphy
Yeah.
as Doctor Doom.
I mean, he's no Timothy.
No, but he is killing.
I do like Killian.
And that's the end of the Marvel news. Next bit of news is natural, meaningful news.
Yeah.
Coronavirus. It's killing people.
And it's delaying films.
That's the most important thing. It's delayed No Time to Die.
Yes. Jimmy Bond's latest flick is now coming out in November.
November, No Time to Get Coronavirus.
I mean, and we had plans for this.
Yeah.
We had a guest come in.
We had 2 guests.
2 guests. That's double
Double
one.
up. I think it's a bit weird. Because it's obviously not the virus that's been like, no, you can't watch this. And it's the
Well, there was
the producers being like,
the biggest
people ain't gonna...
fan website for Bond
Yeah.
put out like a letter thing talking obviously the producers and stuff obviously must read this because it gets viewed by 17,000 billion people, and they were like talking about the marketing and stuff. Obviously they don't want the actors and stuff to go to like China to do the interviews, etc., because they don't want them to die.
Just release it over in China in November.
People are stupid.
People aren't going to go to a public place such as a cinema and watch No Time to Die when it's in the middle, probably the worst time with the coronavirus.
This is our World War II.
Basically, people aren't just going to go and watch a film, are they? Because they're going to be like, what if someone sneezes?
People are famously stupid, and they bought a lot of toilet rolls.
Mm.
We were in Tesco's yesterday, and the fucking shelves were
Empty.
bare.
Yeah.
And you couldn't even get your pancakes.
No.
Poor lad. You had to buy wraps.
It's delaying a lot of films, but Disney are being like, I don't give a...
Yeah, they're still releasing Black Widow, and the Fast and Furious film is still scheduled to be released at the same time.
We'll just have to watch them instead of Bond.
I mean, I think we've got them wrote down anyway on our schedule of watchers. It's just because, we'd planned the episode with a guest, but it just has to be pushed back to November.
Ah, well.
Which is my birth month.
Well,
send cards.
Talking about viruses that take over the world and turn it into an apocalyptic place.
Nazis.
We've got Last of Us.
Yes, adapting the
Naughty Dog game.
Yes, they were adapting
about
the
a virus that takes over the world and turns everyone into plant people.
I've not played the game yet.
It's a very good game.
People keep telling me to play
Very
it.
good story.
I mean, it's no Sonic Forces though, is it?
Shut up.
It's no Sonic Forces.
It's getting adapted into a TV show.
Yes, televisual HBO or the peeps behind it, and the guy who did Chernobyl And that was critically acclaimed, won awards, and is about people getting weird from radiation and shit. So
they're going to do a good job with some other type of plant radiation.
There's not been any casting yet, I don't believe, because obviously it's... No. But apparently it's going to be based on the first game story-wise and not sort of like an original take.
It's going to follow the same story into... it's going to be good.
I mean, I should play the game. I mean, the second one's out this year, is it?
It's going to be good before anything's even been shown, so...
I mean...
Hold me to that, everyone.
They've got
a
good track record, haven't they?
Yeah. So. Well, talking about Naughty Dog games that are going into other media such as TV and film, we've got Uncharted news again. Your favourite bit of news. We have got the man, Puss in Boots, Antonio Banderas,
Zorro
cast. He's probably going to be the villain.
We believe he's going to be the villain, yes,
because he is not American.
And famously, Americans don't like villains.
Choose their villains very stereotypical and racial.
Yeah.
You know, big Russian guy, big Chinese guy, big
guy,
South American guy. And the director's been announced.
Yes. I remembered his name last night, but I can't remember it now. What's his name? The guy who made Venom. What's his name?
Well, we don't need to say the way Venom was shit. This is going to be shit.
What's his name?
I don't know.
I remembered it last night without going on the Googlies.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah. It's going to be fucking garbage. It's going to be a stinking pile of fucking manure. Once knew a man called Luke Muir, and we used to call him Luke Manure, and he got angry. Oh. Keep that in. That's a little tidbit from my life. What's his name?
It doesn't matter, it's fine.
It'll come to me in about half an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I like Antonio Banderas though, he's a good lad.
Yeah, next bit of news, Taika Waititi.
And it's been World Book Week this week as well. Fuck you.
It's been World Book Week. World Book Week?
Day. Yeah. Fuck you again.
World Book Day.
Keep the fuck yous in.
Yeah, I will. It's been World Book Day.
It was on I want to say it was the 5th that it was, the World Book Day.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is being adapted
on Netflix
with Taika Waititi behind it.
They're going to be animated. Animation. He's doing 2. One based on the actual story that we know,
and one like Minions.
And one about the Oompa Loompas who are slaves.
Yeah.
Because he stole them from their land,
from their native country, and brought them over to England.
Germany, it's set. The film.
What?
The film's set in Germany. Well, it's filmed in Germany, at least.
What, even the Tim Burton one?
I don't remember that one because it's shit.
Christopher Lee's in it, though.
I know, I love Christopher Lee. Did you know that The Rock was originally offered the role of Willy Wonka in that film? Didn't know he was.
That's mental.
Like, genuinely. I know, right? Imagine him with them fucking teeth.
Well, next bit of news, we've got Meghan Markle wants to be a superhero. She's had enough at Royal Family. She's like, yo, I'm taking your boy. We're going to Canada. I want to be a superhero.
I think she should just kill the Queen.
Maybe.
And Charles. I don't like the Royal Family, famously.
I don't either.
Did she say what superhero she wants to play?
No, just...
Or she just wants a general sort of statement.
Wants to be in there.
I've not seen anything that she's acted in, I don't think.
She's in Horrible Bosses.
I've seen Horrible Bosses with Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah. She, who's the sex pest one?
Jennifer Aniston. Charlie Day.
No. Colin Farrell is like the dickhead one. Yeah.
With the hair.
Yeah. She delivers a package and...
Oh, so she's not in a big role?
Oh, no.
Right.
She's like a little character. She delivers a package and then he tells her that he wants to fuck her or something.
It's weird how you know that information.
Yeah.
A tiny role.
No, she was in Suits, though, as well.
I've heard of that show.
But yeah, good on her, you know?
I couldn't care less about that news.
Next bit of news. Beauty and the Beast prequel. It's got a boy, though. Luke Evans.
It does have Luke
talking about.
Yes. I mean, he's an attractive man. And he can sing.
He can sing. That's all he's doing now.
I liked it when he was in Fast and Furious 6 and they had a really long runway. Like 26-mile long runway.
Jesus. But yeah, it's about Gaston and LeFou.
Yeah, it's a prequel to the story that everyone knows, really. I don't know what else
has been about Gaston, isn't it?
Will it be a musical, do you reckon?
No.
No?
Straight up murder and pillaging and stuff.
Excellent. Excellent.
Next bit of news.
We're on to sort of topical news now, which is related to our big pineapples of the day.
Which is the Dark Universe.
Dark Universe stuff, of course.
We're going to be talking about Dracula Untold, The Mummy, and The Invisible Man.
Yes.
But yeah, James Wan, that's racist. He wants to
he's attached as a producer to something that's upcoming. We don't know what the film is.
Right.
But he does have priors as being a decent producer, director of horror.
Yeah.
And he also made one of the best Fast and Furious films, Fast and Furious 7. So maybe, and he did make Aquaman as well.
His recent stuff haven't been great.
There's a good horror bit in Aquaman where...
With the deep.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that was my favourite bit of Aquaman. I thought that was fucking great. And I was like, oh, it's James Wan, isn't it? Yeah, he does horror. He was just a bit shit with the rest of the film.
Yeah, the building with Dark Universe back up.
Yeah,
lives.
Invisible Man has done well at the box office.
Yeah.
So, unlike The Mummy, which made like 100 million loss.
I think the Mummy's just put a horrible stain all over it.
But we'll talk more about
that
in the
when we get more
section.
information.
Yeah.
Well, what film...
Well, there's a lot of
the horror, like... What could be the most scariest film out of the characters?
Dracula.
Obviously. Yeah, we've already done Dracula.
Frankenstein. Wolfie Boy.
Oh.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh, maybe.
Phantom of the Opera. Hunchback of Notre Dame.
You're just listing films now.
These are all the Universal
things. Okay.
Good. Could do a Bride of Frankenstein film.
I think Creature from the Black Lagoon. That's a good one for him.
Oh, so we've got with the Mummies. They're going to have to do something else with the Mummy. They can't.
Well, the Mummy is the only one that actually directly tried to set up the Dark Universe.
Yeah.
Because it had Jekyll and Hyde in it. And it had his room of, like, just weird vampire shit and all the monster shit.
We'll talk about that.
But yeah, I'm going to say a Creature of Black Lagoon. James Wan.
Yeah.
That'd be good. But, talking about Frankenstein, Jason Blum, producer. Blumhouse Productions. Did Invisible Man. Now he's open to Frankenstein. That'd be fun.
I like Frankenstein as a character. I love the original films from the 30s.
Yeah.
They're really good. They're not scary.
No. It don't need.
In the 30s, they were scary, but as horrors progressed and changed, they don't have your typical jump scares or.
It kind of went from him being a scary monster to people feeling bad for him.
A lovable goof.
Yeah.
My favourite piece of the original Frankenstein is when he throws this kid into a lake. I'll show you the clip later.
Yeah.
It's just fucking hilarious. He just throws a kid into a lake, and it makes me laugh every time I watch it or think about it. Just like, and then he's like, "No, she's dead. They thrown him into a fucking lake, you dickhead."
What a guy.
Lake killer.
But yeah, that's all our news. But we're going to
overall good news as well. We weren't too angry about much compared to previous weeks.
We was actually excited about a lot of it.
Yeah.
And our big pineapple today, fellow pineheads, is a Dark Universe.
Cobbled together episode.
Cobbled together universe. So
big seller.
It started off with Dracula Untold.
Yes, that film was in production, and then the makers of the film found out that there was a Dark Universe being planned, so that's why they tacked on the modern day set ending.
Ah, right.
That's why there's a weird...
Because that's very forced, I think.
Yeah.
It's very...
So they filmed that right at the very end.
In your face weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, the film, though, I really liked it, to be fair.
I went into it not expecting much.
Neither did I, because, the order that I watch these films, I watched The Mummy, and then I've recently been to see The Invisible Man, and then I went back to Dracula.
When did you watch Dracula?
Yesterday.
Oh, same as me.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you'd already seen it.
No.
Well, colour me learnt.
But yeah, Luke Evans is a good Dracula. And let's talk about the story. What do you think the story was?
I mean, it took many liberties, didn't it, with the Dracula story, didn't it?
I think it took more liberties with Vlad the Impaler, to be honest. Made this horrible historic figure into...
It romanticised him, didn't it?
Yeah, into a lovable family man. You know, it gave a background of Turkish army taking him from his home and forcing him to be this Vlad Impaler that everyone knows. And then in his later years,
He stops finally. He repents for his sins.
yeah, becomes a Christian, born again Christian, just like Shawn Michaels.
And Sting.
And
The wrestler, not the singer.
then, yeah, just lives in the mountaintop, having a laugh with his family.
In Transylvania.
And then the Turkish man king comes back.
Dominic
His,
Cooper.
in quotations, brother. Dominic Cooper is the worst thing about this film.
He's the worst thing in every film that he's in. He's garbage.
Right.
He's a garbage man. He should be a garbage man.
But yeah, he
Not in a
comes
film though, because he couldn't act it.
He comes back and he wants Dracula's son to be in his army.
Yes, he wants 1,000.
He first wants 1,000 little kids,
Yeah.
a bit like Michael Jackson. And then
Famous nonce.
Dracula makes a deal. He makes a lot of deals in this film. It's just a dealership, man.
Yeah, it could be a business film.
Yeah. Makes a deal, says, I'll give you my kid.
Gets his
Spare
shirt
all
off.
Spare all these thousands of other
No, he
kids.
says, I'll give you me.
Oh yeah, and then the guy's like, no, I don't want you, I want your kid.
So we get about 20 minutes in and this sort of, he's like, yeah, I'll give you my kid. Because I believe he says that for every
Wink,
child,
wink, nudge, nudge.
every child that he don't give him, they would kill 100 for or something to that effect.
Yeah.
And the kid's like, I'll go, and Vlad's wife's like, you bastards, essentially. And then, wah, ba, 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 and there's like, run to your mum, and then he impales, and he's like, sword, and he kills a bunch of folks.
Yeah, he pulls a little switcheroo. He's like, run to your mum, let's go, I'm going to kill all these.
And then there's a scene after he's killed everyone where it's just a sort of wide shot of him, dead bodies, and he's on the right hand side, and his cape thing is just blowing in the wind.
Mm.
And that's when I messaged you saying this film is so pretty.
Yeah.
I was like, that.
It is, to be fair.
Yeah.
It really captures Transylvania.
It made me want to become a Romany gypsy, ripping people off, doing bad tarmac jobs and cleaning out gutters and stuff, and then stealing from them. Maybe make a dogfighting league.
And then, because he knows stuff's going to go down, the army's coming to get him.
We should add, earlier in the film.
Oh yeah, earlier in the film. At the
Uh,
start of the film, actually.
yeah, we just missed out the most important part of the narrative. The start of the film, some Turkish reconnaissance men, spies, scouts, I believe they're called,
Yeah.
are killed. They found like the helmets in a river.
Yeah. Slashed up and that.
So they go into. I don't know why they go into this cave.
Because they look up and they're like, that's okay.
And when they go in there and some shenanigans occur.
Yeah.
Firstly, a bunch of bats fly out the cave. That made me actually jump. Because
Nice.
I jump at everything. Which it's a Dracula film. It should be scary. Not generic action. And then they go in. His two cohorts get killed.
Yeah.
And he escapes. And then he goes to like this monk guy. And
Because
finds,
he does see
he
a
sees.
big vampire.
Yeah. And he finds out that it's a vampire and
It
what have
says
you from this monk.
From the Greek word or something.
Yeah, it's some Latin
Greek.
thing. Right, so we should have talked about that at the start.
Yeah. That happens at the start of the film. So
And
it
then-
lays the groundwork.
And then the Ottomans come, and then we get to where he's killed the guys. Right, now we're there. And then,
The army's coming for him, so
Yeah.
he goes back up the mountain and he's like, yo, Vampire Man.
Charles Dance, played by.
And he's like, yes.
He's very... You want this? No. No.
He's like, yo.
He's hamming it up a lot, isn't he, Charles?
Yeah.
No.
He wants to be Christopher Lee, that's what he's doing.
I've got makeup on my face. No.
And then good old Drac is like, yo, I need some powers. Some army's coming for me. Give me your powers. And he's like, you do know that you'll get a thirst for blood, and if you drink blood in
if he doesn't drink human blood within 3 days, it will revert back to his normal self.
Oh yeah, and if he drinks
then blood, he'll take on
he'll become
curse, and old cave boy can finally come out of the cave and get his revenge on whoever. I don't know who he was.
Yeah. It's like a calling card into whenever he needs him, he's going to need him.
Yeah. It's
kind of cool because he described the vampire curse as like darkness. Like it's just darkness personified.
He was meant to be Caligula, the Roman emperor.
Mm.
You know, that's who they originally intended him to be.
Who Charles Dance?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, and then basically just the whole film's about him trying to resist blood.
Well, yeah, he gets the powers, you know, he's got sort of like super strength, speed, he can turn into a bunch of bats and shit.
Yeah. Takes on a whole army by himself, and he's like, it's fine.
Yeah, because then the place is getting sieged where they are based by the Ottomans, and then he turns up and it's like, I got the power now.
Come on.
And then he just goes out on his own and he just fucks people up.
Yeah.
I really liked that battle sequence.
Yeah.
I liked the bit where the sword's in the guy and you see the reflection in the sword of him fucking people up.
Oh, yeah.
It was, the CGI was really good in the film.
I like the spear that he did.
I mean, it was tonally inconsistent and I didn't really care for the characters, but I really liked it.
Yeah. I think Luke Evans does make that film.
And he takes his shirt off.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the film after that is just him defending townfolk against the army.
Decide to move them to the place where the monks are in like the mountains, because then there can't be any like cannon fire and stuff. And then we get another battle scene.
But in between that, we do see the little cave troll man, the mine master man.
Oh yes, sort of like his
little bitch.
His little bitch, essentially. Yeah. The Igor to his Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah, I liked it because it was just sugar coated in there. It weren't a massive part of the film. Yeah,
it was odd, wasn't it? It was a fucking weird little thing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
And then we get to the mountain place, and the monks just betray him.
Yeah, one of the monks sort of clocks on because he don't come out into the sun.
Yeah,
and then he's like
weirdly stepping in the shadows.
Let me kill you now. And then he cuts the thing, and then the sun comes through,
burns him,
and then they fucking all set fire to it.
Yeah,
and then he's like, "This is how you repay me."
Yeah. Well, like, vampire, repay me. And his eyes go all red, and he's about to kill everyone. And then he looks at his son. He's like, "Yo, Dad, what are you doing?" He's like, "Alright."
Because he picks up his impalement tool.
Yeah. He's like, "You forget who I am." And then his wife comes up and she's like, "You're not Vlad the Impaler anymore.
Right? You are Vlad.
You're just Vlad,
the inhaler of breath.
You're Vlad the nice family man.
Yes.
Calm down.
We were going for tea tonight at the local restaurant."
So yeah, and then his wife dies.
Yeah, she gets murked blood.
Yeah.
In a cool battle, right? They're marching on the sort of mountain place. They've all got things, what are they called? That's the word I'm looking for.
You're not scared of what you can't see and stuff.
And then he can control bats in this point. A bunch of bats just appear. He's in the top of this fucking tower.
Yeah.
And then he's just fucking shot with a bunch of bats, mate. Mm. But some sneaky Ottomans.
Yeah.
They break into the place. And they kill the wife.
They go boom and she falls off.
And he's like, "Oh, where is the man? Because it's a decoy man on the horse." And then he's like, "Oh no, my wife." Oh, there's still the kid as well.
It's good old Amazing Spider-Man 2 situation.
And she's fit, man. Yeah, well, his kid gets taken, because essentially, at this point, the evil guy's just like, I just want your kid now, and you'll be on a spike. So the wife's dead, and then they sort of go in and take care of the rest of the sort of villagers. They sort of give him a bunch of stabby stabs and that. And then they obviously disappear back to their camp, and he walks in the thing and he's like, do you want revenge? And he turns them all into...
We're all like, they don't say anything because they're dead.
Turns the ones that are still living into an army of vampires.
Yeah. And they go and twilight everyone up.
And then we get a bit of a vampire versus Ottoman Empire thing. Then we get a weird thing between Dominic Cooper, Luke Evans in a room filled with silver coins.
Yeah, because obviously vampires don't like silver. And Dominic Cooper's slashing all these bags, loads of silver coins are coming down on Luke Evans, and then he just bites him.
I liked the way that, because he was going to try and ram a stake in his heart, and I liked the way that it sort of dissolved his armour. I really liked that. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
As I said, it was a really pretty film.
I think with the lore and everything, it does really well. Like, it proper goes into detail.
Yeah.
About the little bits of lore around vampires.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then he bites him, And then...
I am not Vlad. I am Dracula!
Son of the devil.
Yep. And he goes, nom 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 on his neck.
Nommy nommy nom.
And then his son's like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then they come out. He can control the clouds as well.
I didn't get that bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. He blocks the sun by making a thunderstorm.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
Or was it just a random thunderstorm?
No, because he controlled it and then he made them go away, didn't he? And killed everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Because...
Yeah, because...
the vampires
basically,
turn on
all
him.
the Ottomans die. He kills Big Dominic Cooper, who's got a really terrible accent.
Shit, innit?
I was like, is he trying to be Russian?
He's trying to be Turkish.
I know, but it sounds more Russian.
Just a really bad... Yeah. But the vampires turn on Drac.
Yeah, but like, your kid looks tasty.
Yeah, essentially, they want to feast upon the child because he's...
The only living human.
Yeah.
There.
And then Paul Kay comes, the monk who did the slashing of the thing with his little cross, and he's like, give the child to me!
Yeah. And the child's like, I don't want to leave. And then he's like, go on, child.
And then Luke Evans does his weather business.
Yeah, he's a weatherman, makes clouds go away, sunburns everyone.
Everyone gets murked.
But then, little Igor man comes along, cuts himself a bit, and gives Drac some blood, and then it cuts to modern day.
He rejuvenates him. Yes, modern day. As I said earlier, the sort of tacked on ending.
Just to settle.
Yeah, because they didn't know about the Dark Universe until they were filming it, essentially.
It's just a short little scene where Dracula finds someone who looks identical to his old wife.
Played by the same actress.
Yeah. Does a little flirty flu, and then in the background...
Charles is there.
Charles is there without makeup.
Charles, dance! I was in a cave!
Tappity on the table with my long fingernails.
I've got weird-looking fingernails from the cave!
Yeah. Could have clipped him.
Yeah. Just get a manicure.
Don't want it, does he?
He's not made it, Cash.
So we know. In case we didn't know it was Charles Dance at first, so we know that that's the vampire dude because he's got one.
I mean, you'd know when you saw his face.
No, because we treat people like dum-dums in cinemas.
Charles Dance from the cave.
Yeah. But yeah.
I liked it because it was only 90 minutes long. It didn't outstay its welcome.
It was good.
The action was really fun. It's so fucking beautiful. That one scene, that one shot is still just in my mind. After he's killed them, Charles Dance cave in it was awesome. I mean, he was only in the film very briefly. He's in like 2 scenes.
I liked it. I hated Dominic Cooper.
I hated the actors and the characters and the story, but I really liked it at the same time.
I think it's just Luke Evans, just shines through.
He's a pretty boy, isn't he?
He is.
He don't sing though.
He does good Dracula.
He does. I mean, they bastardised the character, haven't they? Essentially, You know, they've... But...
I kind of like it, though.
It worked.
It's not...
It's the Lord of the Rings of horror action.
Yeah.
In many ways. I'm not saying it's on any way, shape or form on the same level as the Lord of the Rings. But in terms of its own genre, it got slated when it came out.
It was the Untold Story.
Got 24% on Rotten Tomatoes. I would actually buy that film.
Yeah.
And own it.
It was good.
I think I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to buy The Mummy, though.
Yeah, let's talk Mummy.
Right.
Tom Cruise is...
So, I should say that the Universal have sort of distanced Dracula Untold in terms of it being in the Dark Universe.
Okay.
Yeah, but he is still contracted to make more Dracula films, Luke Evans.
He should be in the Dark Universe.
Yeah, he plays
let's
Dracula
talk
well.
Before any films got booty-booed, they did that photo shoot.
Yeah.
Where there was Luke Evans, Tom Cruise,
we've got
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp was going to be the Invisible Man.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Johnny Depp's not.
Javier Bardem was going to be Frankenstein's monster.
That's good.
Yeah, that was good casting, but that's just been in limbo since The Mummy. Tom Cruise is obviously just a guy. Russell Crowe is Jekyll and Hyde.
Was there another one?
I think that was everyone. Because there weren't any women in it.
No.
In the photo.
Well, we'll get on to that.
I'm a big fan of the Universal monster films, as you know.
Yeah.
You know, I've got the Blu-ray set of the original things from the olden days, shall we say. The past is what many people refer to it as. You know, it's famously the word that is used for describing something that is not in the present or the future. Let's talk etymology now.
Let's talk The Mummy.
But yes, this was the sort of proper first attempt at establishing a dark universe.
So obviously we're plugged into Dracula Untold halfway through.
Yeah.
And then this one just feels like it's a sequel bait film.
Is a
throughout the whole
film that is many other films tacked together but done poorly.
Yeah.
It just rips from everything in a bad way.
It's got the Brendan Fraser feel of he's an explorer and stuff like that.
It's not as I love.
You know, they've got the funny guy, and they've got the woman, and they've got the Tom Cruise.
Yeah, because I fucking love Brendan, man. As
films.
You know that I'm.
But he just broke his body during them films, didn't he? He had to wear like a brace throughout the whole.
It makes me sad, man.
Of the third one.
I love him so much.
I know, but he's a broken man.
I just want him to be happy.
But yeah, the Tom Cruise Mummy is garbage.
I would describe it as... Imagine you've been stranded on a boat for 17 days.
Yeah.
That stench is how I would describe the Mummy film. Dog awful.
It's just trying to do what the previous Mummy films did, but failing horribly. And just doing a gender swippy-swip.
Oh yeah, the Mummy is played by Sophia Boutella, I want to say her name is.
That's sure a name. I don't know her name, so that
she's the woman from Kingsman who has the sort of blade legs.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's who the Mummy's in this film. I mean, I don't know if it's the fact we're talking about this film, but it's making my hangover worse.
Yeah. Tom Cruise and his crew. They find the mummy in a cave, do some shit, awakes the mummy.
It's like, why would they even do it? I've seen enough films to know that you don't go near these things.
Yeah. But
that
they're
shit's
explorers.
You can explore without touching.
It's just a bad film. I really don't want to talk about it, but we have to.
It made me sad in a way that fake chicken did last night.
Yeah.
I'd say that film is the equivalent of that chicken. That's the analogy. Because Aunt made us go to Tesco's. We were in there for like 40 minutes trying to find these fucking pancakes.
Yeah. Chinese pancakes, they don't have
them. Yes, because he was having his duck substitute. Because he's vegetarian, meat doesn't treat him well in body wise.
Yeah.
Much like me and cheese and dairy, but I still eat the shit out of it because I'm a bad man. And I was going to get a takeaway, but then I thought, I'll be a good boy. And I saw this bucket of chicken for £2.
Yeah.
And that should have been the first sign that it was going to be bad. And it just tasted like memories of chicken.
The Mummy's that bad that we're now talking about chicken and duck.
It's a garbage film. That chicken was bad too. Write to your local MP about that.
It's basically, right, I'm going to sum up the Mummy so we can get past the Mummy. He unleashes the Mummy like an idiot, and then...
He does run a lot.
He does run a lot in this film. And then they trap it in a facility. It kind of seduces Tom Cruise. And then it breaks out, does all the stuff. He has a fight with Jekyll and Hyde. Throw that in, why not? In a room full of like, look, this is a vampire skull. This
Universe building.
Frankenstein bolt. This is a Jekyll and Hyde potion.
Was anyone cast as Van Helsing in this universe?
Anthony Hopkins.
Right.
No, he weren't. That's a lie.
Oh, right.
I don't know. I feel like
And
Van Helsing was in the film.
Did we get a Wolfman casting?
I thought Javier Bardem was Wolfman.
No, he was the monster.
Mm.
We'll carry on with your summing up of the shit.
Yeah. And then at the end of the film, skip to the end, it's rubbish anyway. There's no good action, there's no good
I think it's on Netflix at the minute. If you really want to put yourself through it, then... But I wouldn't recommend it.
No.
Unless you like torture.
And then
It's the equivalent of getting
at the end
more
of the film, the mummy gives her mummy powers to Tom Cruise. And he becomes the mummy.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, he's on a horse with his funny friend. I don't know why he's with him, but his funny friend's with him. And he's got like a...
Bandage?
It's not a bandage, but it's meant to look like a classic, like
Right.
mummy wrap around his head.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, I'm a mummy. And then the film ends.
Do we have a post-credit scene in it?
I don't know. I don't think we do.
It's just... And it was critically panned, rightly so.
Yeah.
And it made no money, thankfully. No, well, not thankfully, because I really wanted this Dark Universe. But on the basis of that film, I don't want a Dark Universe.
Well, it's funny you should say, because I think it's living. I think it's brought back from the dead with the Invisible Man.
Well, every film that was in pre-production pretty much got put on hold indefinitely after the failure of The Mummy.
Yeah.
And then they sort of went back to the drawing board a little bit, and then we got The Invisible Man that came out.
By horror producer Jason Blum.
It's Leigh Whannell who directed it, who made Saw.
It's good, man. I went to watch this recently, and
Who did you go and watch it with?
I went to watch it with Judge Fudge. And
Did anyone else turn up?
Yeah.
Tony the Pony saw it with Judge Fudge and no one else because they all cancelled,
Yeah,
including me. I just don't like spending time with him.
fair enough. Yeah, this is like a straight horror film. And
Less action orientated like the previous two.
there is a few set
No, but they were
less,
just for sure more action heavy.
Yeah, less like big CGI battles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Set pieces and that, yeah.
But yeah, it's about a woman who's in an abusive relationship with a multi-millionaire, like optics technician.
It's like glasses and shit.
Yeah, like cameras and
Right.
all that crap. At the start of the film, she escapes his house and he chases her through the woods and all this stuff. She's very like, what's that? Where you can't leave the house and stuff.
Agoraphobia?
Yeah. She's like, it's not that, but kind of is. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like, she's so scared of him
Right.
and he's done that
So
much to
it's
her.
just a very, very abusive,
Yeah, that she can't leave the house.
nasty,
She can't.
nasty
So
relationship.
she goes and lives with her sister's friend, who's a cop. She always thinks that he's gonna catch up to him. He is anyway. Yeah, there's a bit where she goes outside to get some mail, and this guy runs past her, and it just like freaks her out, and she has
Right.
to run back in the house and stuff.
Okay.
It's filmed like the sound editing, very good.
Look at you, Mr. Technical Fancy Pants.
I know. Like normally,
It's almost
horror
like you
films-
went to film school for a little bit.
In horror films, it's normally like just big, loud noises. This is scary.
Jump scare, boom.
But
Kind of thing.
this is like, it's more of a build-up.
Is it quite silent in many places?
Yeah. And I'm going to talk about the sound a lot more in the film when I come to spoiling the whole film for you.
Well, I don't care. I've read the plot.
Yeah. There will be spoilers.
Spoilers, folks, yeah. If you don't...
I'll get to a point where there is spoilers.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the guy kills himself.
Excellent. Because she's left.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he becomes the Invisible Man.
He's the Invisible Man.
That's basically the general plot. She leaves him because she's in this abusive relationship. Yeah. He kills himself, and then she gets a lot of his money because he left a lot of his money to her.
In the will.
Yeah, and his brother is his attorney for the will and stuff. It's very weird.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and then she gets like haunted by this Invisible Man. There is a reference to the original Invisible Man.
Is there?
Because in this he's just literally invisible.
Like, you don't have the bandages and the
bandage
glasses.
and the fedora. But the cop who she's staying with, his daughter, is like a fashion,
like a student.
Yeah, fashion student, and she's got a mannequin with a fedora, glasses, and stuff on.
Excellent.
And it's like a jump scare bit in the film. I like that's good. It's a little nice callback.
You should watch the original.
Well, we are going to.
It's only 70 minutes long.
But yeah, I'll get into spoilers.
Spoilers, folks, for anyone who
spoilers. Don't listen to this bit if you want to go and watch the film. I've given him enough time now. So basically, the guy didn't kill himself.
Oh.
He's an optics technician. That's probably not what he is.
Is that a real thing?
It is in this universe.
Right.
But earlier in the film, when she's escaping the house, you see suits on the wall.
Right.
And then you just see this, like, empty chamber with, like, these things holding something, but you can't see what it is.
Could you say it's a chamber of secrets?
Basically. And very much like Mysterio in Far From Home.
Hey.
He's using basically this suit. He's in a suit.
Yeah.
And it's got little mini cameras all over it, so it camouflages him. The sound, I said I was going to get back to the sound. When you find that out, the little cameras make this like tiny, minuscule sound.
Right.
Which is in all the scenes that he's supposed to be there. Because the way it's filmed is literally like just, you can hear footsteps.
Yeah.
And you've got to just think, yeah, he's coming towards the camera. Now he's moving around the camera. Because there's no like outline of him or anything like that. But there is the sound of the footsteps and the sound of the cameras. Like whenever he moves into a different position, they have to. It's just literally like a little mechanical, like a camera zooming.
Yeah.
And stuff, which I loved. And I thought when you find that out, I want to go back and watch the whole film, and then know where he is.
Because you pick up on it, yeah.
But it's very much mentally raises a lot of questions about like mental illness in the film.
Yeah. From reading the plot, I got a sense of that.
Yeah, she gets locked up in a psychiatric ward after killing her sister. Right, this is my favourite scene in the film because they're sat in a restaurant. This is quite far into the film after she's been stalked by the Invisible Man. You know, there's that bit in the trailer where...
Because no one believes her, do they? She's been...
Because she's saying, this guy who killed himself, he's an
invisible man.
Yeah, he's an invisible man. He's alive. He's stalking me. He's haunting me. I'm like, you're crazy. She goes to a job interview and she has this portfolio of all the stuff. She opens it up in his job interview and it's empty.
Excellent.
What a guy. I mean,
what a lad.
Terrible man.
What a lad.
Terrible man, but that's funny.
That's pretty funny.
I thought, if I were invisible, I'd just fuck with people. But getting back to what I was saying, yeah, she's in this restaurant after a lot of shit's gone down with the Invisible Man. Because it just starts off with small things and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he starts whispering surprise in her ear and like, just trying to kill her.
I mean, that does ramp it up from small things, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Small things. Die!
But, right, I'm going off in a tangent, but this film is written in a way where you don't get mad at the people who are getting haunted. Because they're smart.
They
She's
use
smart.
logic.
She uses a lot of logic.
Does she fall over at any point while running away?
No, she gets...
that's a famous
She gets
joke.
dragged. She gets paranormal activity dragged. But yeah, she's a very smart protagonist. Because she's like, right, this guy's invisible. He's still alive. I'm going to ring his phone. He's the idiot. Because he still has his phone on.
Yeah.
And his phone's in the attic of the house.
Right.
And she can hear it ringing. She's like, what the fuck? But it's like literally after the first encounter with this invisible man, she tells the cop guy, and he's like, no, you're insane. And then she's like, you know what, fuck you. I'm not insane. The invisible man, the cop guy's daughter, she kind of is more, she don't believe her, but she's a lot more emotionally, helpful.
Yeah.
Caring towards her. And in the scene, she's down on the floor crying because she's getting haunted by this abusive ex. And then out of nowhere, the invisible man punches a little girl in the face. Makes it look like she's just hit her. So they leave the house, and as soon as that happens, right, she gets a bag of coffee, puts it all over the floor, stands in the corner with a knife, and she's like, come on then, you little bitch, invisible bitch, come and get me.
What kind of coffee?
I don't know. It's one of the posh bags.
Oh.
And I'm like, yeah.
Logic.
Anyone else would be like,
Logic and reasoning.
But she's like, no, you're still alive, you're not a ghost. You're an invisible fuck. Come and get me, or stab you, little bitch. I love her in this film, to be honest. And then that's when she rings the phone.
Yeah.
And she's like, he's in the attic. I'm going to the attic with my knife. So she goes up there, and then she finds a knife that was taken earlier in the film in a plastic bag. She finds her work.
And a portfolio, yeah.
And his phone. But he's a smart boy. So he wanted her to go up there because she hears something downstairs, and she's like, oh, fuck. He's got me up here for a reason. So then she slowly opens the hatch, and there's paint around her. She throws the paint on him, and he's right there, and you see all the little camera things spazzing out. And that's where she kicks him, and she's like, come on, you fucking... And then he runs away like a little bitch.
Oh, bitch.
But there's little paint spackles on the floor. It really does just, as soon as she knows he's still alive and invisible, she just tries to kill him all the time. It's great.
I mean, I would too.
Yeah. But then, getting back to my earlier point, she's in this restaurant after all that's happened. You know, it's all kicked off.
Yeah.
She's sat down with her sister, who earlier in the film received an email from her saying that, yo, I hope you die and all this shit, and you're never there for me. It was obviously the invisible man who did it. And then she sits down with her, and her sister literally starts to believe her, and she says he's using some kind of suit to turn invisible and haunt me. And then this knife raises up behind her. And then the sister looks at the knife, and she's like, what? And then the knife goes into her sister's hand, and he makes her slit her throat right in front of all these people. And I was like, this film's got balls. That actually shocked me. I don't get shocked at most films.
Do you know that?
No. And I was like, fucking Jesus, this film's good.
Okay.
And then she gets locked up in a mental hospital, and they're putting her to sleep, but she can hear the cameras in the room. So she's like, oh shit, he's in the room with me.
How did he manage to break into a mental hospital? I know he's invisible.
He just walked.
But still.
Open, doesn't he? It'd be very easy, to be fair, because they do leave the door open. A lot. Because there's loads of people coming through the door.
Right.
So he must have just sneaked in.
Snuck in.
Yeah. And then, the last half of the film's just here in this mental hospital. But when the brother comes back...
Yeah. The attorney brother.
Who hates him as well. He hates his brother being so controlling and stuff. But he comes up with this contract saying, because earlier in the film she gets all the money, but it says if she commits crime, then she can't have it. It gets withdrawn and stuff. So she has to sign that to say it's okay to be withdrawn. But then he reaches for his phone and he says, all this could be over if you could just get back with him and you keep the baby. And she's like, what? I'm pregnant. So earlier in the film, in the mental hospital, he rapes her. in asleep. Yeah. And then she gets pregnant, and then he's like, have a baby and he'll stop being a cunt. But then she's like, fuck off, and does some mental shit.
She might not be pregnant.
The doctor says that she's pregnant.
Oh, it's a shame.
But yeah, and then it's just a big, good old fight. She steals one of the pens from the attorney brother.
Yeah.
And then she's just talking to the Invisible Man in the room, just like, why me? You could have any girl. Why me?
I mean, Elizabeth Moss isn't even that attractive.
Mm.
And she's a Scientologist.
Is she?
Yeah, and I don't like her as a person.
But yeah.
Fuck Scientologists.
And then she goes into the shower.
Naked.
Reaches for the pen. No, weirdly.
No nips.
And then she sees water is dripping. And there's no water underneath, so she knows he's there. And then she fucking stabs him with the pen. Stabs one of his little cameras that makes it flicker out. And then the guard comes in and he's like, yo, what are you screaming at? And then he looks behind him, he's there, and he's like, whoa, she was telling the truth the whole time, and then he dies.
Heart attack?
No.
Or murder?
Murder.
Right.
The Invisible Man murders a lot of people in this.
Excellent.
And then she runs out of the corridor, and there's a really good corridor fight where they use so many different camera tricks, and it's just beautiful. There's a floating gun at one point, and you're like, that's funny.
I do often think about being invisible a lot.
It'd be cool, wouldn't it?
In a non-weird way.
And then...
just to freak people out, it'd be funny just holding a pie. Just, whee, it's a pie.
I should say, earlier on, a lot of things happen in this film.
Yeah.
Earlier on in the film, she goes back to his house, grabs one of his suits, because he made two, fucking idiot, and hides it, and then goes back. At the end of this film, she runs out into a car park, has a shoot off with him and stuff.
Yeah.
He gets in the car, drives the car, Invisible Man driving the car, it looks funny.
Whee.
And then she gets into another car, which crashes because of the Invisible Man. Guess which race of human is driving that car?
Asian.
Right, she gets in this car.
Right.
And she drives back to the cop's house. Because he's like, I'm going to kill the daughter. They go back, they have a good old fighty foo. The cop has a fight, gets battered. It's so horrible. You basically watch the daughter watch her dad getting just pummeled in the face continuously.
Does he go?
No. Because she runs in with a gun, shoots the Invisible Man dead, takes the mask off.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's his brother! What?
Oh my god.
And then the cop's like, it's all over now, it's all done. And she's like, no, it's not. Because they find the original boyfriend tied up in the house, like all bruised and stuff, like he's never been the Invisible Man. But then she's like, big brain, he's making you think he was never the
gaslighting.
And they both are the Invisible Man. So she rings him eventually, and she's like, let's meet up. So she goes back to the house, and she has this like little meal with him.
What do they have?
Well, it's quite funny because he's like, I don't know what you want, so I ordered us everything.
Right.
Every bit of, like, different foods. So she sits down on the table.
On the table?
At the table. And she's trying to basically get him to admit. And
right,
he's like,
okay, yeah.
No, I never did it. It would have been a surprise if I did. Because throughout the film, he keeps saying surprise to her. And then she's like, okay. She walks off into the toilet to freshen up. But if you're big brain like me, you realise earlier on in the film she hid the other invisible suit in the house. And then he's just sat there, just all chill. Next minute, she makes him pick up a knife and slit his own throat. There's a lot of slitting throats in this film.
It sounds
and it's very gore, like very visceral.
Does it go?
Throat, yeah. It's beautiful, in a way. And then she comes back into a room like, oh my god, because there's a security camera recording it all. She's like, oh my god, and she walks out of view. And then she's like, ha ha ha, I killed him. Then she rings a cop friend who's sat in a car across the street listening to it all because he's trying to get a confession. He walks in and she's like, yeah, he committed suicide. And then he looks in the bag, it's the invisible suit. And he's like, yeah, he committed suicide. So the cop has just let a murderer walk through.
If anything, she's a dangerous woman.
She walks up to the camera, stares in it, and then the film ends. It's a good film. I know we did a gender swippy swirl like we did with The Mummy, but it's made me excited for all Dark Universe films. But there is one massively glaring plot hole.
Okay.
CCTV.
Right.
You just can't get away with being invisible in this day and age. Because in the restaurant, the knife floats next to her head for ages.
I'm sure the other people would have seen it too.
Yeah, I was like...
I'm assuming it was a busy restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they just look back on that CCTV, they'd know she was telling the truth because there's a floating knife next to her.
I mean, but we have to... we need a bit of suspension of disbelief.
But I wouldn't have minded, but they used CCTV later on in the last scene, and I was like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
If you're going to have this in a film, just act like CCTV doesn't exist. But it's throughout the whole film.
That's
CCTV.
That's annoying.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, good film, and you should go and watch it.
I will wait till it's on Netflix.
I mean, I've just told you what happens anyway.
I read the plot anyway.
What do you think, though?
It sounds really good.
Yeah.
From what I've read and...
The characters are really good, to be fair. It's got mediocre acting like every horror film.
It's making a lot of money. It's getting really good reviews. Better than The Mummy.
I really like that they didn't use Hollywood-looking people as well.
Right, yeah.
Like, you believe that they're just working class,
everyday kind of people.
Because they're ugly, that's what I'm trying to say.
Ugly bastards.
But yeah, it's good, man.
But we should talk about the future of the Dark Universe now.
Aye.
There is, obviously, as we discussed in the news a little bit earlier, there's things sort of in the
James
works
Wan is going to do
stuff.
something. Creature of a Black Lagoon, hopefully. We've got Jason Blum is open to do Frankenstein.
They've decided to do sort of more standalone projects rather than
Bring them all
an
together.
actual
universe. Yeah.
Which probably makes sense at the moment.
But it is, I mean, the only film where it's like they have to mention it is The Mummy, because it was like a worldwide mummy taking over. Like Dracula Untold, you don't have to really say anything.
But it was announced in September last year that there's a film called Dark Army in development, which will feature monsters from the original films as well as new characters. There's not much about it other than Paul Feig, who directed Bridesmaids and stuff.
Yeah.
He's going to direct it, so it might be comedy-ish, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe he's doing an Adam McKay and getting into more serious...
Doing a Todd Phillips.
Things. Yeah, a Todd Phillips as well, yeah. In November 2019, it was announced that a film centred around Count Dracula's henchman, R.M. Renfield, is in development. That's going to be directed by Dexter Fletcher, who did Rocket Man and stuff. In the same press release, James Wan was announced to serve as producer on Frankenstein. Elizabeth Banks is making an Invisible Woman film. That's going to be full of feminist bollocks because Elizabeth Banks is annoying. Nothing against feminism, I just don't like her.
Well,
National Women's Day.
it makes sense.
And
the ending of that.
This might be interesting to you. In February 2020, a musical titled Monster Mash was announced to be in development. So that could be peculiar.
All these sound really bad. I'm not excited for these. I want another origin story of a monster.
And Bride of Frankenstein's been announced as well, with John Krasinski and Sam Raimi in discussions to be the director.
Before Frankenstein's been announced.
No, Frankenstein has been announced.
Right, okay.
So they're what we've got upcoming, shall we say. Bride of Frankenstein, Monster Mash, Invisible Woman, Frankenstein, Renfield, and Dark Army.
Fair enough.
None have release dates or anything, but at least we have directors attached. Any of those of interest to you?
Not overly.
No. So you're not excited for the Dark Universe?
I might be when they actually released something.
Yeah.
That's kind of bummed me out.
I
was excited for if they were going to just do a Frankenstein and a Wolfman and a Sea Creature one.
Creature from the Black Lagoon, that is.
Yeah. And then bring them all together in a terrible film.
It's not a sea creature either, because it's a lagoon.
Oh.
Yeah, sort of Avengers it up sort of after 5 or 6 films, but what with the Dark Wars or whatever it was fucking called, Dark Army,
Yeah.
it looks like they might be...
Well, let's move on. Because next episode we're going to look at the old...
Yes, we're going
The
to...
ones in the past.
The original Universal horror films.
Yeah. That should be fun.
James Whale directed.
It might be a long episode. We might not have any news.
Well, if there's big news, we'll
Yeah.
talk the big news, but...
Well, talking about monsters, let's talk about wrestling.
Let's...
Well, wrestle, what we got? We got Matt Hardy.
We got some big Matt Hardy news.
Big Matt Hardy news.
He let his contract expire in WWE, so he's now a free agent.
Yep.
And we're being teased, Ant. We're being teased.
Teased by the All Elite Wrestling Facebook stuff.
The Books of Youth.
The Books of
Were
Youth on his...
in his latest YouTube video.
Yeah.
And there's a cheeky little poem that's been posted, and the starting letter of every line spells out what?
Matt Hardy. Matthew the Hardy.
Is he going to be the exalted one?
The exalted one.
The leader
we
of
should,
the Dark
we should
Order.
probably, give some background insight onto AEW, because we've not really spoke about it. The exalted one is a mysterious...
A sort of higher power.
leader of a stable that's been thrown together.
They've been terrorising the folks of
AEW. Dynamite.
Currently feuding a lot with the SCU, SoCal Uncensored, and Colt Cabana now as well. We should probably add that we've decided we're just going to watch AEW now because it's so much better than WWE. And we watched the latest episode of Dynamite last night, and it was just good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
There was some good wrestling, some actual authentic promos that were just really good. They might have gone on for a bit too long because I think they give them just a little bit too much free reign on stuff. But it's better than no free reign.
Better than Roman Reigns.
Yeah. But Matt Hardy, he's done with WWE. He's getting nowhere.
They just didn't use him properly.
No. And it's good for him because he's going to have this big push in AEW, I think.
And they'll let him use his mind.
Yeah. And he'll do all these... Because
arguably, Broken Matt Hardy was the biggest wrestling thing of the past decade.
Oh, yeah.
It was everywhere. It was so popular. And then he went to WWE
and it was woken.
It was a bit shit.
And they paired him with Bray Wyatt. And then it just got shit.
But
unlike his brother, though,
Jeffrey
he's being forced to stay into
essentially
WWE because his contract's not run out yet.
Yeah.
It's sad, to be fair, because they're getting split up over 2 different brands.
Yeah.
But he'll go to AEW if Matt gets a good push.
I think he'll stay.
What, in WWE?
Yeah. Because he always gets pushed better than Matt.
True. Depends what we offer him.
Yeah.
If he's offered a title, then he'll stay. If not, I think he'll go back Big Brother Nero for a bit.
Yeah.
Join the exalted one. But there's big Matt Hardy news. And I'm excited for him because he won't get used at all.
Other AEW news, which I marked out for Jake the Snake.
Oh, yeah?
He was there, cut a fucking great promo against Cody Rhodes. And he talked about his client, who is rumoured to be Brody Lee, formerly known as Luke Harper in WWE.
Yeah.
That's something I can get behind.
Yeah. Luke Harper's amazing.
Luke Harper should have been pushed to the moon.
But he was dragged back down by the Wyatt.
He was just pushed off a platform.
Yeah. Bludgeon Brothers.
All because he couldn't do a fucking southern accent. That's why Vince didn't push him. Yes, because Vince is a fucking petty, petty man. 3 words. And that stopped any push that he ever had. Couple words were, but he only spoke 3.
That's mental.
But he's going to get a big push. Yeah. And being paired with Jake, who's, for me, one of the most underrated wrestlers that's ever been.
Well, it makes sense, doesn't it?
He can still cut a fucking bitching promo, man.
Yeah, that promo was good.
It was good.
Yeah. Staring right into that new tattoo on his neck.
Oh, that tattoo. Oof.
Cody Rhodes.
Oof. Our new cover photo, sir.
Yeah. Got his own logo tattooed onto his neck.
It's insane.
Merchandising gone mad.
It's ridiculous. It's so bad.
Yeah, we spoke about this in our last episode.
Yeah.
But it's just funny to speak about. So.
I just hope it's not real. And it's painted on.
Not real.
I'd cut the tattoo off and put it in some
Frame
formaldehyde and keep it forever.
Yeah.
People used to do that in the past, you know.
That's weird.
You can buy like vintage skin.
That's weird.
Is it weird that I know that?
Mm.
But you can't legally buy human heads.
But you can buy human skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people donate that.
Yeah, but that's for like
theatre.
science and shit.
They donate the skulls to Royal Shakespeare Company
Yeah.
so they can do Hamlet with their skull. How weird's that?
Well, I like skulls.
Anyway, what have we got? We got...
Some Hall of Fame news.
Oh,
Jubble.
don't, because we spoke about Hall of Fame last episode.
Yes, we
The
should
last
mention
episode.
the Bellas
Oh,
are announced to be in the Hall of Fame.
oh,
And rightly so.
fuck off.
No, they don't deserve anything.
They deserve a good...
But in this week's Hall of Fame news, we've got JBL, famous bully.
John Bradshaw Layfield.
I like the fact that WWE does that no bullying campaign and stuff.
And then
They put the biggest bully
into the Hall of
backstage
Fame.
into the Hall of Fame. He's made people quit because of his hazing and bullying. At one point, I'm fairly certain he threatened to rape someone in a shower. That's
As a joke.
yeah.
Quotations.
As a wrestler, you know, obviously he won the big belt because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesdays, as Paul Heyman said.
We've really fucked the Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah.
I mean, NWO's going in. Batista. That's not bad.
I thought they would have saved Batista for his own headlining slot, but the NWO were going to be the big ones, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Well, that's just a bit of annoying wrestling news, really. Big
Yeah.
old bully JBL did the Nazi salute in Germany at a house show.
Did he actually?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It was like 2007 or some shit. Yeah. Hall of Fame bound. Cunt.
Well, we got some wrestling awards.
Yes, the PWI Insider Awards have come out, as well as the Wrestling Observer Awards, which are done by Dave Meltzer. I
Everyone's
think
favourite wrestling critique.
the big one we should talk about is PWI's Wrestler of the Decade,
That is...
AJ Styles.
I just
Phenomenal.
had...
We were talking about this, and we can't really dispute it.
No.
He was the biggest star in TNA, New Japan, and WWE,
And he's going to retire soon.
and he's just fucking good.
I think he'll retire after this WrestleMania.
Really?
Well, he's versing Undertaker, isn't he? That's like the last tick on his list.
He needs to win then.
Yeah, of course he's going to win. He's not. Definitely not going to win.
He needs to win.
But I was saying this to another friend of mine.
You've got other friends?
Sorry, mate.
Bastard!
If anyone can sell for anyone, it's AJ.
AJ can bring a good match out of anyone.
So, is it time for the Undertaker return? The push.
I mean, the chokeslam at Super Showdown was sloppy as fuck, though. The
I
one
know,
move
but-
that the Undertaker did.
If AJ can bring him up and make it look realistic that he's going to lose.
Yeah. AJ's a boy, man.
I can't wait for the phenomenal forearm into a tombstone. And Undertaker to just fall over and probably die. And
I'm surprised he's not dead,
then,
if I'm being honest.
well, yeah.
But the
AJ
only other
deserves
person we've thought about was Chris Jericho.
But I did say, not over the decade, over the last few years, yeah. But not over the decade. I'd say Matt Hardy is up there as well.
Yeah, in many ways, the broken stuff.
Yeah. It's just
fucking...
not the later years of
Yeah.
the decade. The latter.
But if we're talking full 10 years, then
AJ.
it's got to be...
All-rounder, isn't he?
Yeah, he's done it all. He's headlined everywhere.
Yeah.
He's won all the big fucking belts. He brings out the best in everyone. And he's a video game nerd. Just thought I'd throw that little
Yeah.
tidbit in there.
Good guy.
Read an interview with him once in a wrestling magazine, and he's just boring. He's just
He
talking.
does seem pretty boring, to be fair.
Wonderful in the ring.
Well,
I'd like him to be in my ring.
the other award,
Yes.
Wrestler of the Year.
This is the Wrestling Observer Wrestling Awards. There was like 30 odd awards that got.
But we'll only
Done.
talk about these two, I think.
But the big ones, Jericho got voted Wrestler of the Year. This is for last year, I should add, because obviously it's only just 2020 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Can't dispute it.
It's stuff in New Japan and AEW.
Mm.
The face of the brand, pretty much.
Yeah, the big jump
Yeah.
from WWE to AEW.
To an upstart company, you know, putting out stellar fucking products, man. He's been having some great matches.
Yeah.
And he's doing some great fucking promo shit.
Yeah.
A little bit of the bubbly, Le
He's making
Champion.
memes
Yeah.
that even non-wrestling fans love.
Yeah.
Because apparently everyone knows who Chris Jericho is.
Now
Even
they
if
do.
you're not
Yeah,
a
it's-
wrestling fan.
Yeah, it's sort of just, he's a lad.
Yeah.
And
We might be missing him soon.
yeah,
He's going on
he's,
tour.
yeah, Fozzy are going, that's probably why they give the belt now to Mox.
Yeah.
Oh, John Moxley's AEW champion now. We did talk about in the last episode the pay-per-view Revolution, but alas, it is lost.
Lost in the ages.
In the cave with Charles Dance.
In Charles's pants.
Oh, Charles, I'm a vampire man, I am. Caligula, revenge.
Look at my fingernails.
I should have gone to the beauty parlour.
But yeah.
Yeah, he also got, I think he got most charismatic and biggest box office draw. He got a good few.
Yeah, there's
You
no
know,
disputing it.
can't.
Rather than, there's only one other guy I can think of, and that's Montez Ford.
And, right. And Tony over here had never seen a Montez Ford wrestling match before Super Showdown. And I was like, you're in for a treat. I don't think he believed me when I said it. And then he was just like,
In awe.
you know, he was full stonk
I was
in the pants,
full horse stonk.
you know.
And
He's just a big fan of the boy now.
he's a big wrestling god.
And they've got the tag belts now.
I used to think Shawn Michaels was my favourite wrestler. Montez Ford. The man, the myth, the Montez.
I like that.
Get it tattooed on my chest. Like,
Just get his face tattooed on your face. Oh yeah, that's blackface.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's like full on black.
That's permanent.
No going back.
Permanent blackface. But yeah, Chris Jericho, very deserving of those plaudits, really.
Yeah.
He's just good.
Yeah. Well, let's talk our last bit of wrestling news, shall
Let's.
we? Gilberg.
Yes. The man who should have beaten the Fiend. Gilberg
Retired.
He was WWE's answer to Goldberg. He was a parody act in the sort of late 90s. But he's now retired. And his last ever match the other day against known sex pest, James Ellsworth.
Another WWE gimmick.
Lock up your daughters. Because Ellsworth's about.
Sending nudes and that.
Yeah, but it will probably shit. He's not a great wrestler. He's just funny.
Yeah, I just...
Gilberg, mate. Just a fun.
He's funny.
It's just a funny name, isn't it? I like the way that he's probably better than Goldberg.
Probably.
Because Goldberg,
It is terrible.
our Universal Champion, right?
Shush. Don't.
Super Showdown was shit.
Yeah. You're probably happy we lost that episode.
Yeah,
There was a lot of shouting.
a lot
of love.
we liked the tag matches,
Yeah.
and that is all we can.
Yeah.
4.5 minutes.
Oh, total bullshit.
4.5 minutes. The big belts went on for. Poor Ricochet.
Yeah.
Poor Bray.
Ricochet got brocked.
He got balked right in the Lesnar, and then he got beat by Riddick Moss on Raw after.
Did he?
Yeah, clean as well.
Man. They are burying Ricochet. But yeah, that's all our wrestling news for this week.
Some big news and some JBL news.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm pumped if, when he debuts, Matt, because we watch AEW exclusively now.
Yeah.
Mostly because it's free to watch as well on ITV4.
Yeah.
And you can catch it on the catch-up
TV
channel things. So watch it. There's some good shit out there.
Yeah. Well, talking about bullies, we'll get on to the awareness.
Yes.
One thing that I didn't want to lose from episode 3 is the awareness section. So we are just going to...
It's going to be a rehash in essence.
I'll talk mine.
Yeah.
Quaden. It's just an update.
9-year-old boy played by a 40-odd-year-old man.
Yeah. The
Nonsense.
the rumours and speculations about him being a 40-year-old or whatever actor because of his Instagram account or something. Thankfully, that's all bullshit. And he is a 9-year-old boy who has been bullied at school. And the whole rumours and everything just overshadowed
It's ridiculous.
the point, the posting
The
of
whole
the
thing,
first
yeah.
thing. And it really just annoys me. And it's just making, again, the taboo of mental illness just be more of a taboo subject to talk about.
Because we're both quite open about we've both had struggles with mental health
And depression.
and depression. I suffer with depression and anxiety. That was too tough to say. Now that everyone knows, I'm just open about it. I make jokes about it all the time.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to, haven't you? And
It
Yeah.
is a coping mechanism that a lot of people do use.
yeah, I use humour a lot. Yeah.
But this is just, like, being someone who's gone through them struggles, it really pisses me off.
Especially for such a young lad as well.
Yeah.
9.
To know, like, what he's feeling, like, the things that he's saying, and the power behind what he is saying, and what it actually makes you feel like. I'm thinking, a 9-year-old kid,
No 9-year-old kid should know about suicide.
and
Let alone think about wanting to commit suicide.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
it's horrible to think
It's
that, like, we felt as down as that kid has felt, and knowing that he's 9 and thinking that, like, when I was 9, I was enjoying world,
I was just content running around, fucking
eating mud,
climbing trees and shit,
yeah,
sticking things up my nose probably.
yeah, and
Not jokes. I was 9. That came
Oh,
late. That came
familiar.
later in life.
but to just know that they're just shit all over the
Yeah,
original message with these rumours is just disgusting.
It's just a sad state of affairs, really. But I'm glad that proven that he's not an actor, even though it shouldn't have been an issue that was fucking raised anyway.
It's like people can't believe, like, it is hard to accept that 9-year-old is feeling that way, but it first comes with acceptance and then it's overcoming it.
Yeah.
If everyone's like, no, that's not real, like, that's going to make that mum feel horrible, even worse than she is feeling, because she's already said her views on education and the way that they cope with it. Like, we are trying in education, but it's just not working. Like she's saying, it's obviously not working if the kid's coming home worse than he was probably before they even put the mental illness awareness in the schools. But yeah, just to think, because I am a father, to think
Of a child?
yes,
Oh.
to think the parents, like, looking at all these articles online, thinking your kid's a 49-year-old actor is like,
it's crazy, isn't it? It's just fucking heartbreaking.
yeah.
But the
good thing
raised a bunch of
the good
money.
thing that's come out of it that I'm happy about is they raised, I did have a figure,
It was
back,
so big amount.
$473,000
That's
has been raised just for that one kid.
Because the Disneyland fund, was it?
Yeah,
Originally.
they were raising money for him to have basically just cheer him up day at Disneyland, which is nice, but I love that the mother has said, we're not going to use it for that, we're going to donate it to these organisations that do raise awareness, which is, it's proving that she still thinks awareness is good.
I think they should take a little bit and go to Disneyland there.
Oh yeah, definitely, they will do. But like I said before, we probably get in for free.
Oh yeah, for sure. Good publicity for the company I don't like.
But yeah, it proves that she still does believe in
Yeah.
the organisations that are trying to raise awareness.
Yeah, there's some...
Because in that video, she did seem very against any awareness because it's not working, but she's donated all that money now.
Some great organisations out there as well for mental health awareness.
I'm going to speak about a few next week.
Yeah, look them up. We'll post the links to the sites next week.
Yeah,
after next week's episode. So,
but yeah, that's my awareness section.
Well, something good has come out of it.
Yeah, definitely.
From a shitty situation. Well, in the Lost episode, I talked about a picture that I saw on Facebook. I think someone shared it, and it was about different kinds of love that someone can feel. You know, because I personally believe there's too much emphasis in the world on relationship love. That's the only way that you can be happy or what have you. You know what I mean? And I just thought I'd like to highlight some of the ones that were in the picture. There's obviously family love and, friend love and all that kind of stuff. Not orgies, but, they're sort of your normal ones.
I think people forget about family love, though.
Yeah.
I think people get scared of asking the people who are always going to be there for you.
Yeah.
No matter what. And, I don't know, just people just get scared of asking their mum or the dad to just sit down and talk with them.
Yeah.
And I think the parents do need to make more of a conscious effort to sit down and just check up. Just check up on your friends, check up on your family.
I mean, I have quite a fraught relationship with my father. But me and my mum talk about everything. Yeah. Pretty much.
It's healthy.
You know.
And a lot of people just don't talk.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Yeah.
And some of it's to do with technology, some of it's to do with
taboo-ness in many ways still. Yeah. But yeah, there's them. Friends obviously fits into that still.
Yeah.
But there was things like fandom love, book love, just enjoying what you love.
There's nothing better than getting a group together, talking about a subject that they all love.
Yeah. People being passionate about things is one of my favourite things. If I'm talking to someone and they're passionate about, if I'm not even a fan of what it is, if they're passionate about it, I'm like, yeah, you go. Yeah, you do you. Fuck yeah.
And that's what,
you know what I mean?
That's where this idea of this podcast came from. The different things that we're passionate about. And I loved listening to you talk about Kung Fu and Chinese cinema and stuff like that.
I do have a heart for Jackie Chan.
That's just where this podcast came from. So, just do it more.
Embrace what you love.
People shy away from it.
Don't be scared to embrace the things that make you happy.
Because a lot of people are scared about admitting they like stuff.
Fuck what other people think. If you like fucking anime, talk about it. If you like fucking watching cartoons and shit that are for kids, air quotes, fucking embrace the shit. If you like reality TV, I'm not a fan, but fucking there's many other types of love. But the biggest one, self-love.
It is important.
Yeah, take time for yourself.
Embrace what you're good at and don't be embarrassed of being good at stuff.
Take a nice bath.
I know British people are very
reserved.
Yeah, and don't really like to admit they're good at stuff. They're not very big-headed. But there's also pet love, isn't there?
There is pet love.
Yeah.
Pet love's my boy Flipper. At Flipper the Labrador on Instagram, for anyone who's interested. He uses me for treats.
And cuddles.
And I was really hungover the other day, and he was laid on me. And my mum came in my bedroom and just said the word treat, and he jumped over me like I was nothing, just for the treat. I felt abused. But I love him dearly. He'll be 10 next month. And we will have owned him for a year as well in the same month. So it's a double birthday. He got 3 beds.
What?
He got 3 beds in our house. A sofa for himself. Bullshit's what it is. He got made breakfast yesterday by my mum. I didn't.
But you love him.
I love him dearly. At Flip the Labrador. I think just take time for yourselves. Enjoy what you enjoy. Speak to family, speak to friends. Embrace shit. You do you.
You do you, boo. And that brings us to the end of this cobbled together episode.
Very coupled.
You are in for a treat in the editing process.
Yeah. But we will get it out. It will not break. I've got a new laptop. Everything's fine. And yeah, well, guess it's social media time.
It is, yes.
You can find us on Twitter at Wonder Hour, Instagram at Mr. Pineapple's Wonder Hour, Facebook at Mr. Pineapple's Wonder Hour, and YouTube at Mr. Pineapple's Wonder Hour.
And once again, my boy Flipper's Instagram is at Flipper the Labrador. Give him a follow.
And a couple of shout outs that we did last episode. We talked about comics, and there is a local comic book shop called Comic Quest, owned by my colleague Adam.
Shop local.
Right. Well, fuck you, Ian.
Yeah.
And
Peace, my pineheads.
stay fresh.
Stay fresh, motherfuckers.